Deep in the Nevada desert lies a place shrouded in secrecy, hidden behind razor wire fences and armed guards. For decades, this top-secret base has been the epicenter of conspiracy theories, whispered tales of alien technology, and government cover-ups. But what's really hiding behind the gates of Area 51? I mean, come on man, you don't just build a fortress like that in the middle of nowhere for no reason. They're hiding something, and it's probably something big, something that would rock our understanding of the world. Stay with us, because the truth might just send shivers down your spine. Officially, Area 51 is a military testing facility. Unofficially, it's a Pandora's box of mysteries. Established during the Cold War, it was the perfect place to test classified aircraft far from prying eyes. You know, like the U-2 spy plane, the SR-71 Blackbird, stuff like that. But the level of secrecy surrounding this place, it's off the charts. I mean, they literally erased it from maps for years. And that just makes you wonder, doesn't it? What are they hiding that's so damn important? It's like they took everything we're not supposed to know and shoved it all into this one spot in the desert. And the more they try to keep it quiet, the louder the whispers get. Because let's be honest, the government isn't exactly known for its transparency, are they? They've been caught in lies before, covering things up. So why should we believe them now? There's this whole culture of secrecy around Area 51 that just breeds suspicion. And when you have that kind of secrecy, that's when the conspiracy theories start to flourish. Now, we gotta talk about the aliens, man, because Area 51 and UFOs, they're like two sides of the same coin. It all started with the Roswell incident in 1947, where this mysterious object crashed in New Mexico. The government said it was a weather balloon, right? But people who were there, they saw something else. They saw debris that wasn't like anything they'd ever seen before. And the stories started circulating that whatever crashed wasn't from this planet. And where did they supposedly take the wreckage? Area 51. They say they took the bodies there too, if you believe the stories. I mean, think about it. If you were the government and you got your hands on a crashed alien spacecraft, where would you take it? You wouldn't just parade it down Main Street, would you? You'd take it to the most secure, most secretive place you could find. A place like Area 51. Now, I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm not saying I don't believe it either. It's just one of those things, you know? The possibility is just too intriguing to ignore. Alright, so let's talk about Bob Lazar. This dude comes out in 1989 and claims he worked at Area 51 reverse engineering alien spacecraft. Reverse engineering, like he was taking apart alien tech and trying to figure out how it worked. And what he described, man, it sounded like something straight out of a science fiction movie. He talked about anti-gravity propulsion systems, Element 115, technologies that were so far ahead of anything we had at the time it was mind-blowing. Now, Lazar has been called a fraud, a liar, a con man. And there are definitely some inconsistencies in his story, but there are also things that make you wonder. Like, he passed a lie detector test. And he knew things about Area 51 that nobody outside of the government was supposed to know. So, what's the deal with Lazar? Was he telling the truth? Was he delusional? Or was he part of some elaborate disinformation campaign to throw people off the scent of what's really going on at Area 51? I don't have the answers, man. But I'll tell you this. Lazar's story is one of the most compelling pieces of the Area 51 puzzle, and it's a piece that just won't fit neatly into any box. Chapter 4. The Government's Silence. For decades, the government wouldn't even admit Area 51 existed. They denied. It wasn't until 2013 that they finally acknowledged its existence. And even then, they were super vague about it. They called it an operating location and said it was used for testing and training. Yeah, okay, that's like saying the Death Star is a space station. Technically true, but it doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of what's really going on, and the secrecy surrounding Area 51 is still incredibly tight. It's a no-fly zone, heavily guarded, surrounded by miles and miles of desert. They don't want anyone getting anywhere near that place. And that just makes you wonder, doesn't it? If they're not hiding something truly extraordinary, why all the secrecy? Why not just open the doors and let people see what's going on? I mean, they could always give us the old national security excuse, but honestly, at this point that excuse is wearing pretty thin. It's like a catch-all phrase they use to justify anything they don't want to talk about. Chapter 5. What are they hiding? So, if it's not just experimental aircraft and weapons testing, what the hell is going on at Area 51? I mean, the possibilities are pretty much endless. Some people think they're developing advanced energy weapons like something out of Star Wars. Others believe they're working on time travel or teleportation technology. And then there are those who think they're communicating with extraterrestrial beings, maybe even making deals with them. Look, I'm not saying I believe any of this stuff, but I'm also not ruling anything out. Because when you're dealing with a place like Area 51, a place shrouded in so much mystery and secrecy, anything is possible, and that's what makes it so fascinating, right? It's like a giant question mark in the middle of the desert, a blank slate onto which we can project all of our hopes and fears about the unknown. Chapter 6. The 2019 Storm Area 51 phenomenon. Remember that whole Storm Area 51 thing back in 2019? Millions of people signed up on Facebook to storm the base, claiming they could Naruto run past the bullets. Now obviously it was a joke. Nobody actually thought they were going to overrun a heavily fortified military base. But it just goes to show you how much Area 51 captures the public imagination. I mean, people are obsessed with this place. They want to know what's going on there, what secrets are being kept. And when the government refuses to tell them, they start to come up with their own theories, their own explanations. And who can blame them? We're naturally curious creatures, us humans. We want to understand the world around us, and when there's something we don't understand, it drives us crazy. And Area 51 is like the ultimate mystery box. We know there's something inside, but we don't know what it is, and that's just too tempting for some people to resist. Chapter 7. The Big Question. So, what's the answer? What's really going on at Area 51? Is it just a top-secret military base where they test experimental aircraft and weapons systems? Or is there something more to it? Something stranger, more mysterious, more alien? I don't know, man, and honestly, I don't think anyone outside of a select few really knows, but that's okay. Because sometimes the not knowing is what makes it so interesting. It's like that saying, the truth is stranger than fiction. Because when you think about it, the things we can imagine, the things we can dream up in our minds, are often far more incredible than anything we could ever prove. And maybe that's what Area 51 represents. Maybe it's a symbol of our own limitless imaginations, a reminder that there are still mysteries in this world that we may never fully understand. And that's okay, because sometimes, it's the mystery that keeps us going. Outro: the truth is out there. What do you think is really going on at Area 51? Drop your theories in the comments below and let's unravel this mystery together. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. Because the truth is just one click away.